can't tar everybody with the same brush. I mean, there's, you know, lots of bands, you know, and a few of those guys in those bands were obviously into drugs, you know. That's their choice. But a lot was, you know, there's a lot of people that weren't into drugs, you know. Not everybody was doing it.
I got spiked at a party. This guy came out with a plate with carp oranges on it, and he passed them all to his guests and that. And I thought, well, this is a bit funny, isn't it? Funny party, ain't it? And so I thought, well, I have a bit of orange, and I took a piece, and I took it, and same as everybody else did. But half an hour later, things started to happen, you know.
Luckily, it was the top quality, all the way from San Francisco. It was good stuff. And we'd never had it before, you know. We didn't know what the hell was going on.
And I didn't know what I'd been given or if I'd been given anything or what was happening. I didn't know what was happening.
I'd say something to Ronnie. As soon as I'd speak, I'd kind of come out of this vision that I was experiencing, you know, a little bit. And I'd say, you know, are you all right? And he'd go, I don't know, what's happening?
It was quite horrific at the time, but then it turned into something that was quite beautiful.
Over bridge of sights, to rest my eyes in shades of green, under dreaming spires, to Ichiku Park, that's where I've been. What did you do there? I got high.
The summer of '67, of course, was the summer of love. Scott McKenzie was #1 with San Francisco. There were love-ins in the Golden Gate Park, and Small Faces have been reading all about this. And they effectively just decided to transpose the Golden Gate Park into the East End.
Ichiku Park is Manor Park, and there was a part of it where young people used to go and canoodle, and when they did, they would get stung by the nettles that were there, so that they would itch a lot. So it became known locally as Ichiku Park.
They all come out to groove about, be nice and have fun and listen.
Ronnie Lane picked up on that and wrote a song about it.
I tell you what I'll do, what will you? I'd like.
They were fairly equal, I think, in everything they did, you know. I mean, one had a suggestion, the other one would support it strongly, or come up with another suggestion, which the other one, it was inspiring each other.
Andrew Oldham had recently lost the Rolling Stones, so I guess he was anxious to get a big-name group, and the Small Faces were generally known as being one of the top 4 groups in the country at that time.
I promote talent. I take something and sort of put it into a shape. I just try and make something presentable to the public, make it commercial. Anything that has some form of an image to it, I get involved in.
We signed up with Andrew, and after Decca Records, it was, like heaven, you know, and everything was laid on, and we could have as much studio as we wanted.
The Small Faces effectively became a studio group. They had been touring relentlessly when they were managed by Arden. But, you know, Oldham wasn't concerned about that. He wasn't concerned about making money on the live circuit. He saw the way the Beatles were going, that they'd retired from touring. And a lot of groups were at the time, and he decided that, you know, the Small Faces would be better off going in the studio, making records which were far more extravagant and in keeping with the psychedelic ethos of the time.
I am a little tin soldier that wants to jump into your fire. You are a look in your eye, a dream passing by in the sky.
And their musical style was changing. And, you know, when your musical style is changing, someone like Andrew Oldham's great to go along. He'll go with that, he'll run with it. He's the kind of guy that, you know, isn't scared.
But we didn't know that we were virtually, you know, jumping out the frying pan into the fire.
You are 8 blocks of hash.
I'm a terrible user and a thief, you know. I mean, I'm not original, every record is, oh yeah, let's steal a bit out of that.
Big mistake. We signed that contract with him over a joint, you know. Rule 1, I think it's Rule 3 in show business, you know. Sign when you're sober. So I didn't like him from the start. He was a creep.
Should we say 5% of the people who are in the music business are in it for the right reason? Money. They should be in it for money.
And of course, we never made any money from Immediate Records. I don't know who did.
Ronnie Lane now is in a wheelchair and he's suffering from multiple sclerosis. And he's in bad shape, really. I mean, he just cannot get out, and we all try and look after him as best we can. It costs a great deal of money to get him to his isolation chambers. What I'm saying is if he would have had that money coming in as a regular income, like the past royalties, it would have made life that much more easier for him. And that's what upsets me to this day, watching other people get rich on the fruits of our endeavours, you know. But that will change shortly.
Wouldn't it be nice to get on with me neighbours? But they make it very clear they've got no room for ravers. They stop me from grooving, they bang on the wall. They're doing me thrusting, it's no good at all. Lazy Sunday afternoon, I've got no...
The music hall tradition is very important upon the Small Faces because Marriott grew up on that. His parents were totally into the music hall, and all those elements he took with people like Lionel Bart, who we worked with in Oliver. The humour comes directly from music hall.
Oh, blimey, hello, Mrs. Jones. How's your bird's lumbago?
I love Steve's lyrics. I loved them. Because it was from the same roots as what I was doing. And he was a younger kid doing it.